Nicole Hutchison for Hutch in the Clutch Sports Talk, and I want to welcome everyone to episode 2. I have a lot to cover today, so brace yourselves. Last weekend, Bethune-Cookman ended North Carolina Central's hopes for a 4th MEAC title after a Hail Mary. There were 5 seconds left on the clock, and BCU's quarterback, Larry Brim Jr., rolled to his left for a 48-yard touchdown pass caught by Kayvon Mitchell. Right now in the MEAC, there's a lot of commotion going on, with Howard rallying back in the 4th quarter to beat Norfolk State last weekend, 28-4 with 9 seconds left on the clock, and NCCU's loss to BCU gives Howard a chance to share the title with the North Carolina A&T Aggies. So the situation is kind of tough here. If Howard beats Hampton this weekend and Central beats A&T, then Howard and the Aggies share the MEAC title. But if A&T beats Central, it doesn't matter about the outcome between Hampton and Howard because according to the MEAC, the Aggies have an undefeated record despite considering the type of non-conference teams they've played. So if you ask me, I think A&T and Howard should battle it out. But hey, that's none of my business. The next update consists of Hampton's decision to leave the MEAC and join the Big South Conference. The university has been trying to move conferences for the past 2 years, and it looks like they're about to go through with it. Hampton and Tennessee are now the only Division I HBCU athletic programs that are now a part of non-HBCU conferences. Well, these are all the football updates I have. Basketball season is coming soon, so be sure to tune in. But right now I have Marcus Johnson on the phone, Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver. How are you, Marcus?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with me, but it'll be really quick. I just want to say that the Eagles right now are 8-1, so can you just tell me about how it feels to be 8-1 considering you all finished 7-9 the past 2 years?
It's been a blessing. It's truly amazing to see the growth in this team, especially having a second-year head coach and going from 7-9 last year to 8-1, and just how everything's been so far. It's been really cool to see it, all come together the way that it has. And, we still have a lot of work to do. We have the second half of the season coming up. But, we just have to keep taking it 1 week at a time and keep building on everything that we've put together this first half of the season.
Okay, that's good. And you signed with the Eagles as a 2016 undrafted free agent. So can you tell me the experience and how it has been for you trying to make the actual roster this year?
It's been a crazy ride, honestly. Last year, I made the practice squad, then I got cut and brought back. And now, going into this season, I made the roster after the preseason. I've been with the team, and, just a lot of adversity that you have to overcome. But, one thing I can always say is it's all God's plan, and I just continue to stay the course. I stay focused. I continue to put the work in, and I didn't doubt myself or my ability. I just knew it was a matter of time. So, and then on top of for this being my first year as an NFL player, as far as on the roster and being with the team that's 8-1. Mm-hmm. Last year I was kind of behind the scenes, and you see the 7-9 season, but you continue to see the guys work together and build, and you kind of knew something special was coming this season. So I'm just thankful to be a part of it and thankful to continue to just live out my dream and continue to play a game I love.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And as a player who played at a high level in college at the University of Texas, what's some advice that you can give athletes at HBCUs that kind of feel like they may not have a high chance of making it to the next level due to the school they attend?
Like I said earlier, just trust in God's plan. You have to be able to come in every week, every year, and continue to put the work in, understanding that obviously stats is a huge part of it. So just making sure that you're putting up the numbers, you're writing goals for yourself, you're achieving those goals, you're putting down checkpoints, to maintain and to keep up with everything that you have planned. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, understand it's a long process, but the way that the NFL has evolved and the scouting that they do now and how they check out so many different schools and different players, it's not like it used to be, just a decade ago. Technology has advanced, and the scouting personnel for every team has gotten so much better. So don't ever doubt your ability or what you can do, no matter what school you're at. Just know that you have to continue to put the goals together. You have to put the checkpoints together and know that. Another big thing would be your pro day as well, because I know for myself, I didn't have the greatest career at the University of Texas, but I did enough to get attention from scouts, and then a lot of it would just really lean heavily on my pro day. Mm-hmm. And I went out there on my pro day and I put good numbers up, and it caught the eyes of the NFL scouts who came. So just knowing it's a long process, and you have to trust and believe in yourself, and don't stop putting that work in that's necessary to get where you want to be.
Okay, and I know you're doing really well with the Eagles now, so keep up the good work. But lastly, I just want to ask you a quick question. I'm a Howard student, so, HU, So, considering my show covers HBCU sports, I just want to know which HBCU is your favorite?
Honestly, I would say Howard. I honestly didn't know. I knew you were in DC, but I'm not saying that just because you just brought up Howard. I really do. That's something growing up. Howard has been a school of my interest if I were ever to go to a HBCU.
Okay.
And, just being in the DC area, I feel like they have a really strong black community, not only the school, but the community in DC. I feel like a lot of upcoming professionals of the black community, live in DC, and it just be something I'd enjoy, or, even with me being in Philly now, going out to DC and really getting to see the city.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you talking to me.
Absolutely, no problem. Thank you.
But that's it for this week's episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.